Now, I would consider myself a car guy. However, I don't think many car guys have the same guilty pleasure that I do. Because I freaking love MPVs. Like, an abnormal amount, to be honest. Like, I have a dream of having this kind of car. Honestly, I don't know what it is. I used to love estates, and I still do love estates. But MPVs is where it's at. And I just really want, like, a really mundane, beige-looking MPV. I don't know why the Ford Galaxy doesn't do it for me, by the way. I'm just not into that at all. But this... Now, this I would drive. It'll be the second MPV that I've driven in Beam, next to the Lansdale. But will it be my favourite? I don't know. Because, again, the Lansdale does bring an element of boringness to the game that I love. Now, this is the Arima Hestia, made by Docro Swag. Come out on the BeamNG forums a couple of days ago. Or on the repository, sorry. I saw it on the forum. I've been browsing recently trying to find that perfect mod. And, honestly, I wasn't even looking for this, and it came to me. I love it. It's great. This exact variation is a 2.2 litre basic trim turbo diesel. It's got steel wheels and hubcaps. We are going to be looking at a couple of versions. There's a total of 15, but this one is like your basic family car, and I think we should start the video by trying to write it off. Not really what people want from a family car, but let's just see how it fares in a trash. I mean, that was pretty good. I don't know how fast we're going. I think about 40. And you know what? She still functions. That car does not, however. Oh, she beeped at me. Now, this noisy old thing is a 7-seater as well. There's a 6-seater variation, which is dubbed the Family Edition, and this is dubbed the Friends Edition, which, ironically, as one of 7 siblings, I never rode in a 7-seater as a kid. I only rode in a 7-seater as an adult when my friend was driving, because there were 6 of us, and we were fully grown men in the car. But yeah, so this is a 7-seater. It's quite well detailed as well. From what I understand, this person is fairly new to mod making. Well, one thing I noticed straight away, actually, whoa, is the shifter just here. I read the mod page, and they specifically said that there will be no left-hand drive, no manual transmission, and no USDM version made of this car. So take from that what you will. If that makes you not want to download it, then you're a fool, because this is a cool looking mod so far. I do also want to compare it to the Lansdale as my current outstanding favorite MPV. But yeah, I absolutely love the way the dash looks in this. I love how the volume changes when you sit in the middle of the car, but whatever. This retro stereo is like the most nostalgic thing ever. Like, this was like early 2000s. I think this is based in 97 to 04. So this reminds me of, like, okay, maybe 97, but like early 2000s radios when, you know, they had the cool green backlight, and it felt very futuristic at the time, I'm not going to lie. And yeah, apparently the time here is exactly the same as in real life. So I've been exposed a little bit. Yeah, I'm recording this at night. Spoilers. But yeah, let's take a look at another version, because we have 15 to choose from. We probably won't look at all 15, but I'll try and get a good look at a few. Now, this is the 6-seater Family Edition. Very much same on the trim, but one big difference with this car is its 4-wheel drive. It looks a little bit lifted. It's also got a 2-litre petrol engine, so you can hear that it's not as chuggy as that diesel we were just listening to as well. Let's have a quick look under the engine at this 2-litre beast. Okay, it does look kind of simple. I mean, something I like to do that's a little bit easier if I can not see the not see the engine so well. You can kind of see where this is going. Bam! Cool. Let's have a proper look at the engine, shall we? Maybe we can have a look at how this differs from the diesel one in a little bit as well. You can see we've got the standard. I love looking at the engine components in Beam. I don't know why. I just like it a lot. Like, you can see the battery. This looks like a fuse box. Obviously, the block itself. Maybe an air filter. Where is that air filter coming in from, though? I mean... yeah. Air filter and radiator? No, okay, yeah. Not extreme detail, but definitely detail enough for when it comes to crashing, because that's all we really care about in this game, right? Another cool thing about this version, I can't remember if I told you, it's 4-wheel drive. So it's for all the family fun. You've got a big family holiday on the way. This is the one you want. The one I just had is not going to fare for what you need. Lucky we're on a correct map for 4-wheel drive fun, so let's go and make our way towards a campsite of sorts. I actually don't know my way around the map. Whoa, that was actually... hang about. That was a car I need. Come back. I did not see this guy this way. We're going to chase down... oh, it's gone already. Oh, no. Wait, is that it? I just came across a landslide. A Lansdale. Here's another one. Okay, cool. Stop. Oh, look, the ultimate face-off. Okay, maybe a bit sketchy. Yeah, to be sizing up with an AI. So let's whip this thing around. This is actually pretty quick in comparison to the last one. I wonder what it's like 0 to 60 is. Yeah, it was cool reading the mod page earlier and just seeing like the creator was straight up like, you know what? I'm going to tell people not to dream. The first comment was, "Oh my god, we need a USDM version of this." And then the first thing I saw on as a response from the mod creator was, "No, we're not getting those. Sorry." Anyway, let's see how this fares off road. So we've got all the kids in the back. No, we haven't actually. Just in case, I don't want to be a bad omen here. We've got all the kids in the back, you know. Just no, I just said we don't have all the kids. We're going to pick up the kids. All right. I've just been fishing. I'm going back to the house. I'm like, hey, I got to see the wife. Oh, there's another guy down here. That's pretty cool. Where's he going? Does he have the patience like me? No, but I can overtake him. This actually handles very well. Oh my god. Whoa! Our enemy. We just hit our enemy. Ah, that's so annoying. The wife's going to be so annoyed that nothing's wrong with this car. The door's open a little bit. It's completely fine. But yeah, so it looks like it fares off-road pretty well, to be honest. Oh my god, that would have been... Okay, I'm going to go back down there. I'm going to do it quick. Alright, pretend I never saw it. Oh, look, unexpected turn. Bam. Straight down there. Is there more? Oh my god. Oh my god, there's a bridge. Ugh. We made it? I did not see that going that way. That actually went pretty well. This car is actually really fun. I mean, you know, a bit like the Lansdale. Oh my god, that was cool. Okay, I'll stop referencing the Lansdale now. This car is also based off the Toyota Gia? Toyota? I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, it says it on the mod page. Again, not a car that I've seen before in real life. But I did do a quick image search, and yeah, it looks exactly the same. So that's pretty cool. And it's a Japanese MPV, so there will be some slight differences between this and the Lansdale. Some noticeable ones that I want to highlight. Okay, so just to compare two of my favorite vehicles in BeamNG, I've spawned them both in the same color. This is the sports trim, and this is known as the journey trim, which comes with alloy wheels, high trim, and a dual sunroof. I mean, who doesn't want a dual sunroof? I don't think I've ever seen that before, and maybe that's just me living a sheltered life, but imagine just chilling in the back of your parents' car and looking up and seeing that. Even in literally Toy Story, the toys had to go through the front sunroof because they didn't have two. Could you... Wait a minute, I'm actually thinking back to that scene, and I think that's a terrible reference. Let's forget that one in case I'm wrong, and I can't be bothered to research it. Anyway, the Solead Lansdale, on the other hand, is just, you know, it's sporty, it's basic. This model doesn't have a sunroof, but it is apparently quite quick. While the Hestia is sporting a 2-litre engine, this Lansdale is sporting a 2.5-litre, but as I said, we're not too interested in that. We're literally interested in the way that they look. This was obviously made by the BeamNG devs, and this wasn't. Two noticeable differences on these vehicles, and it's very cool. The Solead is an American manufacturer made up by the BeamNG devs, and Arima I'm going to go with Arima, is a made-up Japanese car manufacturer by modmaker.growswag. Two things you can see is one of them is clearly much bigger than the other. I mean, the Solead looks like it's just taken a few... I mean, to be honest, I'm not trying to... This isn't an Americanism. The Solead does look like it's eaten a few hamburgers, you know. Whereas the Japanese Arima looks like it has just been on a much slimmer diet. I mean, it looks like every panel is shaped to the way it needs to be shaped. And I'm sure whatever the real-life version of this and the real-life version of this, they compare the same, right? However, one of the main differences between these two brands, as well as the country, is the Solead has a sliding door, whereas the Arima has a normally opening door. And to me, this just looks way classier. I mean, sliding doors definitely, from experience, are probably a little bit more convenient. And I would maybe, if I was to design such a car... Again, I'm not a car manufacturer. I don't know if this is possible. I've seen it done, though. And the back door could only open like this. I would probably have it open at a more 90-degree angle, which I guess is an issue with the hinging or whatever. And maybe the real-life version is better, has better opening than that. But yeah, you can see with the Solead actually, you open this sliding door and man, it just slides straight back shut because it's on a hill. You don't want that. I mean, again, for what it's worth, if you were to open this and then node grab it to where it actually locks open, it probably would remain. Oh, actually can't get that to do that. Yeah, so that's the only real comparison between the two I can see. The Solead again looks beautiful on the inside, but I already made a video on that. Now's your time. Sweet, sweet Arima Hestia. The boot space looks more than reasonable in here. You can definitely fit a bunch of luggage for your holiday. And I'm sure these back seats fold down. So if you don't have a that's always surprised me with 7-seaters actually, is luggage room. It seems the more seats you add, the less luggage room you get. I mean, I don't know what the alternative is. Maybe have a 7-seater with a boot that goes all the way back here. But it seems like the best way to get luggage in a car like this is to fold the seats down. And to me, that just doesn't make much sense because obviously you have a big family. You need all the luggage space you can get. That's a criticism of all 7-seaters, not just this one. Anyway, leaving the Solead behind, time to see what this bad boy has in it. It's front-wheel drive, which is nice and fun. Good for control, I would say, especially for a slightly bigger vehicle. You don't want it drifting all over the place. Although when I was using the all-wheel drive version, it was actually very nice to handle. But as a whole, this is actually super cool. Oh, I'm about to hit it. Oh my God. Oh, that was close. Almost hit a tree. Whew. Family was screaming in the back there. Just kidding. There is no family in this car. YouTube, do not demonetize this. There's nothing bad happening. This is just testing. In fact, no one's even in the car. Thank you. Oh, actually, another thing I've just spotted. Let's go into the interior view here, if I can work it out. There seems to be a map in this one. So this is like the more upmarket version. You got your own little navigation, which I'm sure works. Again, tells the time? Question mark? Where is the time? I don't know. Oh, the Japanese radio. One of my friends actually has a car imported from Japan, albeit it's a little bit. I don't want to say cooler, but like it's like what you call VIP style, I guess, is the way he's modified it. And that has a fully working Japanese radio in it as well. I mean, okay, it's more tuned for us, but like has all the cool Japanese buttons and stuff, which is what that reminded me of. That's super cool. The instrument cluster looks nice and detailed. Again, just having the gears, I guess, that we're in. We switch to this. We can actually see it light up on the cluster what gear we're in, which is nice. But I never play Beam in manual shifting mode. I don't really know why. It's just not really what I'm into. I mean, I feel the need, oh my God, to get out of this mode. Jeez. To terrorize every single Lansdale I see on the road. So let's do that, and then we'll take a look at another model of this. Straight into the barrier. Bam, bam. You will not win. And no, I will not give you my insurance details. Goodbye. That's a thing that happens in Beam now randomly. Oh, my wheel is a little bit dead, I'm not going to lie. Now we're taking a look at the Zephyr package, which, I mean, sounds cooler, looks cooler, and just is cooler. And I assure you, they only get cooler from here on out. Apparently, this doesn't handle well, though. Oh, my God. I was not ready to crash. Oh, my God. That was such a cool, like, way to put this car, and then I just crashed, which completely ruined its coolness. I might even switch map, because this map seems a bit, like, too dorky for this car. I'm not going to lie. Where should we go? Where should we go, little Zephyr? We should go on a family adventure. Okay. Apparently, I can't drive this car to save my life. But I will switch the map in the meantime. So this is the Journey Olympiad all-wheel drive version. It's a sport model sporting a body kit, aluminium wheels, a dual sunroof, and a powerful 2-litre engine. And sounds cool, in my opinion. Like, this car just feels like it belongs in a town. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it really was so out of place in the countryside. Whereas, sorry to keep referencing her, but the Solead Lansdale definitely belonged more out there than in here. Like, this is a city car. This is a city people carrier. This is, you know, if you live in the city and you want to take your family. I keep saying city, but that's exactly what this car suits. And it already looks so much better. I don't know if it's just the model. Whoa! Oh, wiped out a little bit there. But let's go up here and let's find the next version that we're going to take a look at. Is there anything of interest? I mean, not that this isn't interesting, but is there anything in here that we really... No, nothing looks much different to any of the other ones. Okay, cool. All right, let's go find the next version. Is there a jump up here that I can take, actually? That might be fun. Apparently, I can't make it up this bit of the map, though. I'm just that bad. Maybe I shouldn't get an MPV. There's not even a jump up here? What the heck? This is the Onkyozoku version. It's like, it is modified, it's lowered as well, and the wheels look so cool. All the wheels in this mod have been made by the mod creator as well. They haven't used any like standard Beam wheels from what I know. Maybe the stills are, I don't quite know, but yeah. This version is special though, because not only does it have racing seats in the front, which I didn't even notice at first, the racing wheel. In the boot here, you'll notice that there are some absolutely beautiful looking speakers. And if we get out, just have to get out of the car and lift the trunk. You also, oh my god, it lights up. I did not see that coming. I mean, that must look cool when the boot's shut, right? Can we shut this? You can't even see it because the window's tinted. We have Bose sponsoring this thing, JBL sponsoring this thing. I don't know why you'd have 2 different sound brands. I think maybe you'd just stick to, I don't know. It's been a while since I modified a sound system, but I do like the cool stickers. And yeah, the description of this car is like, people love to dance around this car, but the police hate it. And at the moment we're playing Midnight Lady by the Dirty Androids, Gods by New Jeans, various artists. I'm sorry that I can't read that. I feel like it's a bit of a scary thing. I don't know why I feel disrespectful when I look at other languages and I can't read them. But this is so nice, and I love this little plaque here. I think that's a big thing in modified Japanese car culture. It's like the plaque over like stickers, and you'll see in another version that we look at in a second. I mean, let's just see how this one drives. Let's just shut this one because it's lowered, so I am genuinely interested in how she goes. I'm not going to lie, if you're not subscribed, you definitely should, because I managed to get down that whole thing without even damaging or scratching the car, and I think that's a big deal for me. All right, let's go out here. Oh, we scraped on the... Was that the curb? That is kind of the sort of thing you would scrape on. I mean, these roads are nice and even. I think we're in... I can't remember what town this is based on. I would say maybe San Francisco, question mark? Because the hills, maybe? But yeah, oh my god, yeah, we should definitely take this up one of those cool hills to see how it handles. I think they're just behind us. Obviously, if we go slow enough, we might even scrape because of the angle of the hill. Let's have a look. Ready? No. No, she's a good height. The hills aren't too sharp here, apparently. Sharp, you know, that's what I hate the most. Sharp hills. Oh, that's cool. I would love to make a cool stunt sequence with this as well. Like, just 20 of them just tearing around the city. Oh, I'm going to crash. Ugh. Didn't end up on my side, though. And I can still drive. Yeah, I'm kind of on my bonnet a little bit. On my bumper a little bit, should I say. Ah! Is there anything left to do that isn't just crash this car? I mean, look at other variations and just crash it. Oh my god, that is actually that is very cool. Man, I don't know why that's so good. The wheel was poking through the car a little bit there, but I mean, we just have had a crash, so it would kind of make sense. Okay, so maybe moving on from this one. This is the actual stance version. It's a nice purple color. It's got the ERVS body kit, sporting chrome wheels, and apparently actually has neon lights, which we can take a look at. I can actually change. I mean, I wonder if you turn them on, maybe. Is there a way? Let's have a look. Anyway, let's see how it handles. Seems to handle again. Oh, it's very low. I mean, I have just torn the bumper off there, like, quite easily. Is it affecting the way I drive? Not really. I mean, it's... Oh, that's what I was talking about earlier, actually. That cool, like... What does that say? That says Stance Nation. It's like a window plaque rather than a window sticker. Now, that's something that I definitely wish would take over the car scene. That's a lot cooler than window stickers, in my opinion. So we have 3 more variations to look at. 3 more variations that I want to look at. And they are just parked up just here. Would you look at that? How am I going to get in there, though? This car is too low. Is there a way to get up the curb? Let's see. I don't actually think there is. I think I'm just going to have to... Oh! I think I'm just going to have to commit, I think. Oh, I can reverse. That's what low cars do, right? I mean, my front bumper isn't faring well, so it's not nothing. It's not something I'm really worried about. There we go. We're up. It's great. Let's have a look at the other versions we've got here. So we have 2, what I would call Japanese, like properly Japanese versions. I don't know if that's like just disconnected from the scene, but they have a very specific paint job, which I am unfamiliar with. I'll be completely honest. I'm not too into this kind of thing. I mean, when I say I'm not too into it, I like it, but I could never see myself driving around in this, to be honest. This is the street spec with Mayushi Itasha decals, and I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names there. Again, not too familiar with the artwork on this car, but apparently the owner likes Miuri, so Miuri decals are painted on it. I actually really love the wheels on this version. Like, this style wheel is something that I've always liked. They look like, in real life, there's these wheels called Schmitz, I think. And yeah, a friend of mine was rocking them a couple years ago, and they're just honestly such cool looking wheels. The interior of this is not too dissimilar to the recent versions I've been driving, in that it's very racy on the inside. Oh, this actually has a cool background as well. It's the Hestia being held by a lady. So that's pretty cool as well. Can we get this started up? Does it sound? I can't decide if it sounds like sporty or not. I know it's I'm crashing this quite a bit. Anything in the trunk to worry about? Oh, this has been stripped. This is what I was talking about. This is like the perfect car for me. This needs this much boot space to be functional. I mean, saying that, my real life car doesn't have that much boot space, so I don't know why I'm ranting about it now. But even look at these AC vents in the back as well. Or maybe they... I guess they're probably just fans at this point. Oh, no. AC. It has AC. Don't worry about that. Yep. Very cool. It sounds like a fairly normal car. It's called the Street, so I guess it's designed, you know, to race around. I mean, oh, wow. This is actually quite good handling. I know I currently butchered that. Like, I kind of forced that to happen by just continually going left and right. But the exhaust is popped, so it's going to sound very cool. There's going to be some pop bangs. Wait for it. Ready? Ah, the rumble of a good exhaust system. Well, I guess this is a terrible exhaust system because it's broken. And let's just crash this into this barrier right here. Super cool. I don't use slow motion crashes enough. I'm really sorry. It's one thing that when I'm watching BeamNG videos, I definitely want slow motion crashes. And while playing, I just don't do it. This version is literally called Tokai Tio, which you could probably guess by the name on the side of it. Again, I'm familiar with the artwork. I don't know if it's from something specific. But yeah, not too... Well, personally, I think it looks cool, and I would love to drive around in it. But driving around, not knowing what you're actually driving around in, seems pretty dumb to me. One thing I need to check is, does the engine look any different in this version versus the rest, or the other version that I've seen? No, I think it looks about the same. I think this is the same engine. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-litre petrol. Unfortunately, the description doesn't really say. It just describes the decals on the car. And again, it says, these decals are because the owner likes Tokai. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong. But again, it's lowered. I like the idea that people are modifying these cars because I would like to be able to get away with getting an MPV and modifying it in real life. I wouldn't. I don't think that's a very cool thing to do, and I think I'd look very silly. And I'd also embarrass the heck out of my son, who's not even old enough to like be embarrassed yet. But I could just imagine when he grows up, he'll be like, oh my god, Dad. I mean, he's already going to be ashamed of my current car collection as it is, so... Oh, we can't turn right there, and that was a pole. Forgetting that happened, though, this car actually handles kind of nice. I mean, I do, or I have driven low cars in real life as well, so I know the kind of, you know, how careful you have to be when going over certain things. I'm kind of doing the same route, and I'm sorry about that. We're kind of roughly at the end, but for the next car, I'll do like a... For the next car, actually, let's just get straight onto it, because I want to take this on the racetrack. Now, while the interior of this car is completely normal, the exterior is just absolutely boss. Apparently, this has been grey imported to Vladivostok, tuned by a Russian tuner, swapped to a high-performance 2-litre i4 engine, 5-spoke black alloys, black paint job, and tinted black windows. It looks very cool with the neat body kit, and the mod maker describes this as literally Russian's JDM. I'm on my way to the racetrack though, because I just want to see how it performs there. Okay, so if there's any variation of this car that's right for this little race, it's this one. However, driving it here, I wasn't filled with faith. I thought it would be a little bit better handling than it is, but we're going to try it anyway. We're going to go for the racetrack. I don't quite know the route even. I've never raced on this racetrack before, but I just know it's a part of this city. We're going to go on this racetrack, and we're going to try and, oh my god, not die. I mean, that's straight up an almost death there. I didn't quite brake as hard as I should, I think. Trying to carry too much speed into the corner. But maybe this is the way we test cars now, you know? On the track. Where we really speak our minds. No, where you put your money where your mouth... I don't know. Something like that. Whoa! I mean, this is the short track variation, and... I'm not going to lie, it's still pretty long, I'm not going to lie. Jesus. Slow. 49 seconds as well. Maybe this is how I test cars now. I just find the best version. But yeah, this version looks super cool. I love the wind deflectors as well. Oh my god, please don't crash. And there's something about blacked out cars with like what I would describe as Lexus lights. You know, these chrome rear lights here. I'm exposing a side of myself that maybe I don't love too much. Oh my god, I need to... You ever had to back up into a checkpoint there? There we go. Yeah, BeamNG really brings out like the worst side of me when it comes to cars. I'm not gonna lie. I just love them. Okay, I think this is maybe the finish line, or if not the next one. Next one for sure. Oh, didn't say I couldn't cut that corner. Here we go. And 1 minute 45, 44, and across the line. Wow. How great. Did I fail at anything? No, just continue. Okay, great. Okay, that's pretty much it for the Arima Hestia. Absolutely love it. Great mod. There's not really any flaws. I mean, I guess the buttons inside could be working. I need a button for that neon, to be honest. That underglow in that purple car. That's all I'm asking for. But other than that, like I say, these mods always absolutely blow my mind with these people's abilities to do this stuff. I have no idea where to start, and that's just enough to make me not interested from the get-go. Big shout out to .Crow Swag. I am really wanting to check out more of their mods because apparently they've done far more. The Arima brand, the Japanese car brand within BeamNG, has been created by .Crow. So apparently there's more to that, and I'm very interested to see more of the mods they've created, and more to come if there are any. For now though, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. There is also a mod link down in the description. While you're down there, you can leave me a little like as well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.